Hey guys, this is the Fort Worth Glock guy, and I wanted to show you a knife that I've been carrying around for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Kind of been waiting on doing this semi-review just because I wanted to use this a little bit and put it through its paces before I said too much about it, because of course everything that I get is new and exciting and flashy, and it's my favorite thing ever. And this is no different. You know, this is my newest toy, so I really do like it. And honestly, I can say after 3 or 4 weeks of using and carrying this thing, I really do like it. This is the SOG Twitch 2, and just to kind of give you a look at it, it's got nice aluminum scales. Pocket clip is very cool looking, and it really doesn't stick out of your pocket very much. Like, that's just barely over 1/4 inch, you know, sticking out of your pocket, but it's enough to grip onto. The pocket clip is very unique design. I like the design on it. It's not real flashy, so you know, if you just saw that much of it, you know, it's not a big deal at all. It is assisted opening, which I'm kind of indifferent to. I mean, in some ways I think it's kind of cool that it goes like that and it just shoots out. But I'd be okay if it wasn't assisted either and you just had the flipper on there, but whatever. It is what it is. The blade length on here is just over 2.5 inches, so it's a good size. And to kind of do a little comparison, here's my Winger. I forget the name of this one. It's a little bit bigger than the Cadet, if you're familiar with the Cadet. This is a 91 millimeter, and if you look at this, I mean, these are almost identical in size. The blades are just about the same. I mean, even the handles are just about the same. So I do carry these kind of in tandem a lot, but I don't use this blade a lot. Mostly, you know, it's slip joint, and I just prefer a locking blade. So, you know, that's why I carry this, but I use this for the tools. And yeah, it's just been a really great knife to have. It is a lockback design, which I do kind of, for some reason, I kind of like that. Since it is assisted opening, it does have a little lock here that you can put on, so it's not going to like accidentally deploy in your pocket, which I do think is a really good idea, because it is pretty aggressive. Like, you don't have to put a lot of pressure on it and it's gonna pop out. And I did see a fellow YouTuber who did a review on this where it did deploy in his pocket, and when he went to reach in his pocket, he sliced open, I don't know, a part of his finger, and I think he had to get stitches. And you know, I'm not real down with that, because I really don't like blood that much. So I definitely, because of watching that video, keep that safety on. You know, this is not a defensive knife by any means. It is an EDC knife. So, you know, I'm not planning on like quick deployment and like whipping it out, and, you know, I'm not going to be doing that kind of stuff. So, but just to kind of compare it to a few other little knives, I've shown you this in some recent videos, and I do kind of go back and forth between these two. I've been using this a little bit more recently because it is my new knife. So but if you're familiar with the Dragonfly, this one is a little bit bigger than that. This one's right up 2 inches, and I think, you know, this is 2.5, so it is just a little bit bigger blade. So there you go, a little comparison with that. And then this is, I always forget the name of this. It's either the Ambitious or Persistence. It's the one that's the middle It's right below the Tenacious. I always get those confused, but this one is a little bit bigger. I believe this is like right at 3 inches, and like I said, this is 2.5, so it is just a little bit bigger. But what I kind of like about this blade is the thickness of it, and when I'm talking about thickness, I'm talking about height of it. This is just the same width as your standard like steak knife. If I were to take this out in certain situations, the thickness of this blade, you know, I think kind of scares some people. You know, they might look at you kind of weird. You know, what do you need that big blade for? It's not really a big blade. It's only 3 inches, and most steak knives are longer than that. You know, most steak knives are 4 inches, maybe 5 inches. But I think what scares some people is the thickness of this blade, which is why I kind of like this. I mean, if you saw this sitting on a table, I mean, you would just think it were, you know, just your average kind of like steak knife that you have around your kitchen, and it's not intimidating at all. You know, again, like a little comparison here, I mean, it's like half the size of this Spyderco here. So although I do like this blade, and I do carry it for certain situations, you know, it's not an EDC blade for me. This, you know, I can carry either one of these, and it's not a scary thing for anybody. You know, when they see this, it is a small blade, colorful handle, so, you know, hey, that's kind of cool. That's so that's not scary, but that's what I really like about this blade. It did come extremely sharp, and it's held an edge pretty well. I've been using this for a lot of different tasks, so I've really enjoyed this blade, and I can see myself carrying this for a long time. I mean, number one, the way it's built, you know, with the aluminum scales, it's going to last a long time. And then just the blade itself, I mean, I just like the shape of it. It's not real, I mean, it's just perfect for EDC stuff. I mean, cutting open boxes, cutting open letters. I mean, you could cut food with it. I mean, you could do pretty much anything you wanted to with this, and it could handle the task for your EDC items. So, yeah, just wanted to talk about this little Twitch 2. I did see a Twitch or the smaller version of this, and I think that is too small. This is just about as small as I'd want to go, because when you're holding it, like doing the flipper on this, I mean, it is just barely enough to like grip and still be able to flip. So the smaller version of this, I would not recommend. I just wouldn't like it. And they do have a larger model. They have the SOG Twitch XL. So if you want something a little bit bigger than this, but you know, the same style, you can go for the SOG Twitch XL. You know, so man, I just really, I like the styling of it. It's just a great EDC knife. So I've really enjoyed this recently. I've seen them online anywhere from as cheap as like maybe $38 to, I saw it up at Cabela's for $60. So it's kind of a wide range. If you shop around, you can find a good deal on these. And you know, I felt like I do feel like it is worth that. So this has been a great blade to carry around. Again, I still do like this one, but there's something about the aluminum scales, the aluminum handles. I just feel like this is a little bit more solidly built. So I just really like this. So yeah, there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Fort Worth Glock Guy.